So this page is kind of similar to the last one, except now we're determining the equation of a perpendicular line, and so rather than using the same slope, I'm going to have to use a slope that's the opposite reciprocal. So I'm going to do two examples again, and I'm gonna start with let's start with this one. And so over here, I'm going to look and I'm going to find my slope. I'm lucky this is in y equals mx plus b form, right? So I notice my slope is a -1. So I'm going to, over here, I'm going to take the opposite reciprocal of -1, right? So I remember -1/1, right? I'm going to flip it and change the sign. So this is negative, it's going to be positive, simplify. So my new slope is 1. So when I go to right, this is, my new slope is 1. This is my x1, y1. So, and I'm just going to, again, I'm going to write my point slope form at the top here. So this is y minus y1 equals m, the slope, times x minus x1. Okay, so then when I distribute here, look what I get. 1 times x is just x. 1 times 0 is 0, so I'm not even going to write it. So I just have y minus 1 equals x. And then I add 1 to both sides. And I get y equals x plus 1. Okay, and so that's the equation of the line that's perpendicular to this one. You can see they have opposite reciprocal slopes. This is 1, this is -1. And I'm just going to do number 5 as well. Okay, so here I notice it's not in slope-intercept form, so I cannot see the slope. So I have to rearrange a little bit. 7y equals -4x minus 14. Divide by 7. So I get y equals, this is -4 divided by 7. So that doesn't divide evenly, so it's just -4/7 x, and then this is -2. Okay, so here's my slope. So I'm just going to use this spot up here to rearrange because I don't use that slope. Remember, it's not parallel, it's perpendicular. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to change the sign, right? So this one's negative, this one's positive. So there's my new slope. So now and then here's my x1, y1. And I happen to have a 0 in the x spot again, so it's going to make my life a little easier with the math. So here's y minus y1. Okay, notice it's minus a negative, so we can sort of think what's going to happen there. The slope is 7/4, and it's x minus 0. So I'm going to update this. This becomes y plus 2. 7/4 times x is 7/4 x. 7/4 times 0 again is nothing. And then I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. I'm a little tight on space, so I'm going to just write it over here. Y equals 7/4 x minus 2. Okay. And your job is the rest of the page, and then you can move on to the exit step.